Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Today I've got perfect fragrances for you. Perfect 10 out of 10 out of 10. It's real good. But not just that, I have them for every single situation you could find yourself in, every occasion, every season. So we're gonna start in spring, then work our way through summer, fall, and winter. And for every single one of those seasons, I'm going to give you a perfect fragrance in each one of these 5 categories. Your versatile daily wear fragrance, so the type of scent during that season that you could wear pretty much whenever you want. Your night out fragrance, so something that you can wear on an evening out or a date and smell absolutely fantastic. Your statement scent, so something you could wear during that season and smell absolutely fantastic. Your seasonal signature scent, so the type of fragrance that really helps drive home the particular season you find yourself in. And then a clone budget fragrance. So a great clone scent that's not gonna cost you much at all, that's gonna be perfect for spring, summer, fall, or winter. All of these are gonna be linked in the description, so feel free to check them out down there. We begin in spring. So during spring, everything is coming back to life. It's starting to heat back up. It's turning green outside once again, depending on where you live, but most places. So generally, you're gonna start busting out those fresh fragrances once again, but maybe not quite as aquatic heavy as during summer. And with that versatility in mind, my choice is Dior Homme Sport. This one is perfect. It's that kind of fragrance that you can wear to the office, you can wear it casually, you could wear it in more formal situations, just whenever you want, and it will work. It takes that Dior Homme 2020 DNA, but it freshens things up, has a really nice citrus off the top, a bit of airiness as well, some masculine woods as it dries down, and fresh spice also. Classy, sexy, and elegant at the same time. Don't let the sport on the bottle fool you. This is not just a gym fragrance, this is an anytime you want fragrance. For a night out scent, I'm going with something a little bit different. Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Yellow Dream. That is a long name. And don't let the name fool you on this one. Yellow Dream does not mean that you peed yourself while you were asleep. Even though that's pretty much what it sounds like. And yes, I am a small child that has to bring that up pretty much every single time that I talk about this fragrance. I apologize. That's very embarrassing. So Yellow Dream, this one has a really nice mixture of ginger, fresh spices, pineapple, and then as it dries down, that warmth, that sweetness, that's really going to help set it apart on a night out. And during spring, again, depending on where you are, it could get pretty warm in the evening. So this one having that kind of balance of fresh meeting sweet works extremely well. Huge compliment puller. You could also go in the same line with Valentino Uomo Coral Fantasy. That would work well. And maybe even Intense also. That's Born in Roma Intense, I should clarify. Now a statement scent for spring, and this was the first one that popped into my mind, Gucci Guilty Elixir. Now this is pricey because it's an elixir. You know how that goes. Even at discounters, it costs a lot. But this stuff is absolutely amazing if you're looking to make a statement during spring. It has similarities to Amouage's Reflection Man and also Pegasus from Parfums de Marly, kind of like an amalgamation of those two. Very rich and deep, not your typical masculine designer fragrance, so it's definitely going to stand out. It has great quality, smells fantastic, good versatility as well, and stands apart from pretty much everything else on the market in the designer realm. So Gucci Guilty Elixir statement scent for spring. And now we need that seasonal signature, that kind of fragrance that really is gonna put you in the frame of mind for spring. And I went with one that kind of overlaps with summer a decent amount, but to be fair, spring and summer do overlap a lot in terms of the fragrances that you're gonna be wearing. So do fall and winter, so that's gonna happen regardless. I wanted to go with a Terre d'Hermès. So you probably already know which way I'm going here. And the reason is Terre d'Hermès has that great combination of being very classy, very sophisticated, woodsy, but also wearable. You can wear it, each day. It's not the kind of fragrance where you just pull it out, once per year for a special occasion. The one I went with is Eau Givre. So obviously this is gonna be the freshest of the bunch at this point of the fragrances that are still out in the line. Ooh, really citrusy off the top, citron in there, smells amazing. It is slightly rindy, so you're gonna have that aspect, but it's also very fresh, so that helps offset that rindiness a little bit. It's scrubbed clean in terms of the woodiness. It doesn't have as much of that earthy, flinty vibe that some of the other Terre d'Hermes fragrances have. I just think it smells fantastic during spring. I love wearing this stuff, so had to include that one. And of course it does go without saying that with this many fragrances, that there are a bunch that are being left out of the list that would absolutely be perfect. So do keep that in mind. And also let's scoot these over. Yeah, that's better. I wonder if I should like lay them out this way, like all the way down. Is that better? Sure. And finishing up spring, we have Ether Extrait from French Avenue, which is going to be the clone choice. This one is a clone of Parfums de Marly's Greenly. And it's just kind of a perfect fit, right? Spring, green, greenly, yeah. And this stuff is absurdly good for the price point. Really nice performance, big compliment puller, just like Greenly. So there is spring done and dusted. We move on to summer. But before we get deep in the weeds on the summer fragrances, here are some codes you can use to save yourself some money. So with Fragrance Lord, we do have a code GENTS10 that will save you 10% off the entire website. If you haven't shopped there, it's a great discounter. And then the Gift Express and the Perfume Box codes you can now use whenever you want. It is no longer single use. So use those codes that you see on the screen whenever you shop at those sites. Save yourself some money. We are in summer. And for the versatile fragrance, the daily wear fragrance in summer, I'm going with Myself Absolute. It's gonna give you that Myself usability versatility, which is extreme. I mean, essentially use it whenever you want, extremely clean, but has a nice sweetness, a fizziness, this like fresh, spicy pop off the top, which can make this one even more attention grabbing than the original Myself. So a great choice to wear pretty much whenever you want in summer that people are gonna absolutely love. For a night out, Invictus Parfum by Rabanne. This one is a great mix of fresh and sweet and also clean. So it does all of those things at once. It has this really nice soapy aspect to it while not going full on powder mode. Then of course it has that Invictus light bubblegummy sweetness touch to it. Like I said, very fresh, easy to wear, and surprisingly classy for an Invictus. For a statement scent, Le Beau Le Parfum from Jean Paul Gaultier. Now I do have to say, if it is like crazy hot and humid wherever you are, don't wear this one as heavily in summer because it can come across really cloying, just like too sweet. But if it's not crazy humid, or if it's like a nice night out in summer and it's not, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, then something like this is amazing. People love Le Beau Le Parfum, crazy huge compliment puller, great performance as well, and it's gonna give you a really nice tropical sweetness. Now a signature summertime scent, I'm gonna go with this Polo 67 Eau de Parfum. Amazing opening with Polo 67 EDP. It has great citrus, sweet and fresh, a little pineapple in there. It has a great woodiness as it dries down, which keeps it very masculine, contemporary, and it doubles as a great daytime or evening scent, pretty much whenever you want. And for a clone budget fragrance, a newer clone, Rayhan's Pacific Aura. And this one is a clone or an alternative to Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton. Extremely well done. It does have an almost icy effect when you spray it on, this huge blast of citrus. Really good performance as well. This stuff is top notch. Probably the best fragrance that Rayhan has done so far. We move on, now we are in fall, and for the versatility, I'm gonna go with Y Eau de Parfum. Now I know some people would say, why Eau de Parfum? It's boring. It's boring, you can't pick that. But if we're just talking versatility, we're talking ease of use, the type of jack of all trades fragrance that you can spray on anytime during a season that you know it's going to last, it's going to get you attention, it's going to boost whatever you're wearing, make you more confident. Y Eau de Parfum does all that. It's also unbelievably easy to find at this point. Basically, every store that carries fragrance has that, and usually for a decent price, all things considered, for this being as popular as it is from a brand as big as it is. Now the reason it's in fall and not summer is because it is decently heavy, like a lot of sweetness and really good performance. So if you spray really heavy and it's very hot and humid outside, it may lose some of its versatility because it can be a little headache inducing, but in fall, you're good. And to be fair, I do think you can wear it in summer. You just have to be more cognizant of like where you're going, what you're doing, how much you're spraying. Now we've got a night out fragrance, looking for something sweet, something strong, something attention grabbing, and I'm going with Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Parfum. So on that spice side of Spice Bomb, they put pretty much red notes in here, hence the name and the coloration and everything. You've got cinnamon, you have pepper, you've got pink pepper as well, you've got resins, you have leather. It does lean a little bit more sweet than some of the earlier Spice Bomb fragrances, but that can work to your advantage because nowadays sweet fragrances are very much in vogue. So this ends up smelling amazing, especially for a night out, really attention-grabbing stuff. We move on. Now, a statement scent, something that's really going to command attention, that's gonna set you apart a little bit, and I'm going with this Boss Bottled Absolute. I think Boss Bottled Absolute is amazing. I think this stuff legitimately one of the best designer fragrances of the past few years. It is rich, it is elegant, it's decadent. It's a little similar to Carlisle from Parfums de Marly, kind of in that overarching style, that family. Absolutely insane that Hugo Boss put this out. If Dior did this or Chanel did this, nobody would bat an eye. So Boss Bottled Absolute statement scent. Now a seasonal signature is something that's gonna make you think fall when you wear it. I am going Hero Eau de Parfum by Burberry. I think that this is the best in the lineup. So I think if you get just one of the Hero fragrances, this is the one it should be. But then this one has some additional resinous sweetness, really helps set it apart, and a little bit of a pine aspect also. Great stuff. And for the clone budget scent, I'm going with Inikas Luna. This is by Zamaya, and this is a clone of Gentleman Reserve Privé. The bottle, very unassuming. The price, not that high at all, but it smells extremely similar to Reserve Privé, which a lot of people will say is the best gentleman fragrance out there today. Perfect fall scent, especially if you enjoy that gentleman lineup. Great for evenings, really classy as well. And finally, we are in winter, looking for something versatile, something easy to wear, but still attention grabbing, going with Eros Parfum. So Eros Parfum is gonna come across obviously a little more grown up, a little bit more mature compared to Eros Eau de Toilette especially, but it still has that attention-grabbing Eros style to it. It has enough sweetness, and it also comes across less synthetic, so higher end. Extremely versatile daytime or evening, and also has that performance to cut through the cold. Night out fragrance, going with Azzaro, the Most Wanted Parfum. This type of scent, extremely popular nowadays. You know, that almost gourmand adjacent warm sweet scent profile, this stuff does that perfectly. Also has a little smoky aspect to it as well, which gives it like a slight mysterious edge. Huge compliment puller, great performance, once again crushes the cold. Now we need a statement fragrance, and I gotta pick this one, Le Male Elixir. You could also go Le Male Le Parfum, you could go Elixir Absolute, but I'm gonna go just with Elixir. This one is still my favorite of the bunch. It has this great honeyed aspect to it, rich, warm, sweet, great performance, super sexy, and quite unique as well. For the seasonal signature fragrance, I'm gonna keep it in line with what's really popular nowadays, Stronger With You Parfum. So kind of keeping the same idea as Eros Parfum, really popular line of fragrances nowadays. Stronger With You is pretty much everywhere. And you could go with Intensely, you could go with Absolutely. Parfum is, you know, a little bit darker. It still has that sweetness that you expect from a Stronger With You, but it's not quite as cloying. It also has like an almost light smoky aspect to it, which can work really well when it's extremely cold outside. And for the final fragrance, I'm actually gonna go with two. And I'll tell you why. It's the clone choice. The first one I had was Shakov Oud Azrak. This is Swiss Arabian, and this smells really similar to Montal's Honey Oud, which I think is absolutely killer. It's pretty much my favorite Montal at this point, because the honey that's in there helps offset the screechiness that Montal Ouds can have. You know, I'm thinking about it now, like Arabian's Tonka, and some of the other Montals are really good, but I still really like Honey Oud. But I understand that that kind of oud vibe is not for everybody, so I'm also gonna show this one, which is Latafas Mashrabia. This is a by Kilian Smokin' Hot clone, and it smells insane. Like, this stuff is good, good, good. Has this apple shisha tobacco note, which as soon as you spray it on is really attention grabbing, and it stays that way the whole way through. People love this stuff. So there we go. All 4 seasons, 5 different occasions with a perfect scent for each one. If you've stayed here until the end, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Again, there are a lot of really good fragrances that aren't in here today. So if you have one that you think is absolutely perfect, just because it's not in here doesn't mean that it's not. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.